Kreese is doing what he's doing for a reason. He believes that his teachings are the right way. He does believe truly that Johnny is on the wrong path.
I mean, Hitler also thought that what he was doing was the right thing. Are you saying Hitler's not a villain?
It wasn't villainy. It wasn't really manipulation. Everybody reads all this stuff into it, but it really was very pure idealist kind of situation. And because today, because of the character back in the movies, he was the black hat and then the other guys were the white hat. So it's as if it continues all the way through, but it doesn't. He's much more layered this time.
So Martin was saying that he doesn't see Kreese as a villain because he thinks Johnny has lost his way and he's got to bring him back. So how do you guys view it?
He may feel that way. No. We actually, the truth of the matter is,
look at his smile. Does he really believe that's an angelic smile? That's a devil's
There's
smile.
a lot of disagreement amongst the three of us about this. My point of view, only mine, is that Kreese is a product of his life, and that we to this point have only had little hints where he's talked about if you had been through what I've been through or you've seen what I've seen in life, you'd understand. Kreese is doing what he's doing for a reason. He believes that his teachings are the right way. He does believe truly that Johnny is on the wrong path.
I mean, Hitler also thought that what he was doing was the right thing. Are you saying Hitler's not a villain?
I am not saying that Hitler's not a villain. I'm just saying that
What does
Kreese,
that mean? You're not saying he's not?
You
are saying he is? That is
we might get some headlines from this. Thank you. That sounds really good. Yes.
I think that obviously in his head, he's doing what he thinks is the right thing to do. And I think from everybody's outside of his head, it's clearly he has some issues.
Well, I mean, he tells his story, and at some point you're like, oh, okay, poor guy. But then he does a 180, and you're like, oh, maybe that was
but he saw. I mean, if you remember, like in episode 5, Daniel LaRusso stormed into Johnny's dojo and stepped all over the mat and basically dropped a challenge, and Johnny showed weakness. A bunch of the students left. I mean, from Kreese's point of view, he sees that Johnny should have listened to him. You don't walk away from a challenge. You stand up for yourself. So these are things that I'm not saying that Kreese is right. I am just saying that from Kreese's perspective.
You're saying if you looked into Hitler's head, or substitute any controversial bad person, you could no? Okay.
The more we can be with individual characters who don't feel like from our audience's sets of morality that it matches up with them, but the more we can go home with that person that the audience can say that's a bad guy. But then you go home and you see some bad things, and you see whether it's a bad upbringing or it's an unlucky set of circumstances or just a way of understanding what makes the big bad wolf the big bad wolf. It doesn't necessarily say that that person's right, but it gives you a degree of connection to a character where you understand their motivations aren't just, I am here because I represent everything that's not you. And that's what we're saying with a character like Kreese, that we're not saying Kreese is the hero of this story. But
he is, though.
But he is.
He's the protagonist.
You talk to Marty, he's the hero of the story. But as much as we can understand what makes Kreese tick, it helps our story. And that goes with all our characters. As much as we can be in the individual points of view, it helps you be able to bounce around and tell stories that can connect you with the character that doesn't necessarily look like the hero of the Karate Kid.
But he's still going to get an ass whooping next season, right?
No comment.
We'll find out. Kreese is a
Asses
very
will be whooped. I keep
yes. Kreese is a very strong man.